Hello and welcome to Mugman Reviews, where today we shall be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Fearsome Foes Spider-Man, which I am so glad to finally have. A re-release of the McFarlane figure with a new head. Well, I guess that'd technically be a reissue, I guess. I don't know. But this guy is freaking perfect. I think he might be my favorite Spider-Man figure, despite me not liking his head too much. Now, for once, or maybe the third time, let's go over a little history about this guy, shall we? Originally, I do believe this was the first one. It was this guy, you know? This Spider-Man. But it was the first of 4. Yeah, that's right. Everyone thinks there's 3. Like, these guys might be grouped in as 1 and then these 2. No, there's 3. At the very least. Because this 2-pack has the McFarlane Spider-Man with an Abomination figure. Yeah, take a look at that. A little history lesson for you guys. There's more of these guys than you think. And 3 of these are made by Toy Biz, and then that one, the Hasbro remake, which isn't too bad. But yeah, I'm so glad I was able to get my hands on one of them. For an excellent price, too. You see, I've seen McFarlane figures of, well, that depends. The Hasbro re-release, for example, I've seen upwards of $50. The regular McFarlane, upwards of like $70. This guy, upwards of like $90. I got this guy for like $50. Actually, one time I saw a McFarlane listing for $700 on eBay. I'm like, holy crap. I mean, normally he goes for like $115 now, actually. Very sought-after figure, and I got a good deal on this guy. Let's go over the accessories, because he actually came with stuff.
Like, it's ended, but actually, here's the original listing. Check that out.
Came with the underarm webbing, which I was able to take off without breaking, unlike my first appearance Spider-Man. And his stand, which, if you know the Marvel Origins stands, is kind of the same deal, except without the Marvel Origins logo and just Spider-Man on it. So even that was re-released by Hasbro. They couldn't even make their own damn stands. And as you all know, he came in the Fearsome Foes box set, which looked a little something like this. Yeah, it had a Rhino, which I'd love to get, a Carnage, which Hasbro re-released, and I have the Spider-Man, the Vulture, and a Lizard, which I'd also like to... I'd like to get all these figures aside from the Carnage, pretty much. Now let's get to it and take a look at this guy, shall we? As much as I love the paint on this guy, there's like a black wash going, and it's very inconsistent. I mean, if you look at his waist and lower torso, it's very heavy on there, and it almost looks from a distance black because it's that dark of a red. And it's throughout the figure, too. Also, I think this is just really on mine, but his arms here, there is blue bleeding into where it should be red. And also, I don't know if this is also just mine, but the shoulder joints, they're just all red. Maybe that was normal. I mean, I could swear I saw one that had blue in there somewhere. Yeah. But other than that, for the most part, it's decent. I mean, looks like it's a little misaligned there, and there's a little dot of paint there. Although the head is actually very well painted for the most part. Oh wait, that's right, I lied, I'm sorry. There's a lot of white here for some reason. Spider-Man was doing coke and it seeped through his mask, and he's trying to put his head down to make sure no one can see it. You know how it is. You sell your soul to Mephisto, and then next thing you know, you're doing coke in a library somewhere in Brooklyn. Planning on getting a new head for this guy from this one seller on eBay.
I originally was going to buy this head because the McFarlane listing was gone, but it's back. Okay, focus. There. This is the seller. And his page. Star Wars Geek, I think he has another website, but yeah. Good stuff. A lot of heads and action figure accessories. And one showed up over the weekend, and I purchased it. It should be here on the 30th. So that means I'm going to have a McFarlane head for this guy. So yeah, the details in the paint apps are pretty nice.
aside from a few problem spots. But the reason why this guy is highly sought after is the articulation. So let's go over that. His head moves all the way up and all the way down. Oh, let me go set up something so I can actually do this two hands. Alright. He's got, butterfly joints. Go back that far and in this far. His arm, Artemis Prime said, goes out at a weird angle. But, you can rotate it to try to compensate. Which, shoulders move out about that far on their own. Which is alright. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Forearm rotation. Boy, is that weird. Don't really review many Toy Biz figures, I guess. Hinge moves this far forward and not too far back on this hand. Moves a lot more back on this hand for some reason. And individual finger articulation, which on this one I gotta be careful because the peg is loose and I gotta heat that up and try to shove that through. But yeah. That means if you really wanted to, you can post Spidey giving you the bird. Alright, it moves. Ab crunch moves that far forward and that far back. It's not that much at all. Okay, there we go. A little bit more. But, with this, the waist rotates, but also kind of, like, it goes a little bit forward and back, which helps a great deal with making him go back. And also making him go forward, but he has no problems with that. So yeah, the rotation and it's cupped, so it looks a bit more real in my opinion. Kind of like it. It's better than it just being like a straight cut, and then you get awkward stuff like that. And let's see, we got, what are these? T-jointed hips? Well, it's a little loose on his, actually they're both a little loose. Go out that far. Goes this far back. Whoa. And this far forward. Thigh rotation, which is kind of cut into the figure just a little bit to make it look a bit more natural. So it doesn't just have a gaping ball joint. And double jointed knees. Shin swivel, which a lot of modern day Spider-Man figures don't have. And that really... Tiny bit of ankle pivot, ankle rocker, and toe articulation, which you don't see on many modern Hasbro figures aside from their 12-inch scale figures. But they can do it in the 6-inch scale. Could you imagine? I mean, toy customizers do it all the time, like Chris from Happy Day Customs, his Superior Spider-Man. Hasbro's deliciously awesome styling ankle pivot with a toe joint. Imagine the possibilities, which is why I'm making a custom that might actually have that, as well as individual finger articulation. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably. Possibly. Okay, I didn't even realize I just started recording. Okay, he stands just about 6.5 inches tall. Here he is standing next to the Marvel Legends Sentinel Wave first appearance Spider-Man. Honestly, let me actually, yeah, he is still a bit tall. Oh, okay. Here he is standing next to my Marvel Legends Triple Threat Urban Legends Sneak Attack Spider-Man who's been modified. Damn dog ate his feet. Well, one of them, so I took the Amazing Spider-Man ones. Alright. And here's the first appearance Broken Spider-Man who's being replaced, standing next to the feet of an Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You get the hint? I think this figure is kind of tall. Because here he is standing next to my Sam Raimi Spider-Man Classic Trilogy series, was it? It's a Hasbro re-release. Or a knockoff of the Hasbro re-release. And maybe it's because these guys were leaning up against something. No, this guy is a little bit taller. And here he is. Oh god, here he is standing next to the my custom Mysterio, and oops, he's not that much taller then, I suppose. So it's a little weird seeing how tall this guy is. Next to J. Jonah Jameson, which I say they are Okay, maybe not. I was about to say they're probably about the same height, but no. Nope. With his head, he's still a little bit tall. Damn. This guy, who I'm thinking about getting another one so I could go make a custom Scorpion, since I don't feel like buying a regular one. Here he's standing next to Mysterio, and, well, because of Mysterio's bobblehead, he's slightly taller. Finally, we found a figure taller than this guy. Okay, this guy doesn't want to stand, but here he is standing next to the Fearsome Foes re-release Carnage. So the Carnage is hunched over. So yeah, hey Spidey, look! It's Carnage from your box set, except different. I'm sorry, why would I be happy to see him? Ah! And here he is standing next to Hasbro's Venom. Yeah, not Ultimate Venom. Now this figure's a great figure, but it needs swivel in like 4 points. Both biceps and the thighs. I care less about shin swivel on this guy, but if it had that, this thing would be like one of the apexes of Venom figures. But it's still a pretty good guy. I guess I gotta do a review of him. He's supposed to be a Matt Gargan Venom. He's supposed to got, red eyes, but I painted them white. And they actually look really good on camera, because you can't actually see them. But in person, you can definitely see the pupil. Well, actually, if you take it away from the camera, you can see it. But when it gets all up close, you can't see it. Oh, and I'm sorry, it's this guy's review. And here he is standing next to like every Spider-Man that uses the pizza Spidey mold. And so let's compare those two. Since Superior's slightly shorter than the other ones, he's, not quite as tall, but he's getting up there. Now, Pizza Spidey, I think, should be... Yeah, they're almost the same height. Maybe Pizza's just a little bit short. Actually, his head is kind of down. There, yeah. I'd say that's about the same. Wouldn't you? And here he is, standing next to 2 Mary Jane figures. Anyway, that's my review, guys. I hope you like it. Hey, what's not to like? Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Have a good day, everyone. And these 3 little spiders are here, and they don't like one more day, and they're not too happy about being separated from their loving wife.